Right.
So we learned how to deal with King's chain grabs, but now there's another one with chain grabs, and that is Armor King. So Armor King, the thing is, he has chain grabs, he has multi-throws, but the difference with King is that King has a lot of options to go into a multi-throw. He has the Jaguar step where he 360 spins and then grabs. He can grab you when you're crouching and start a chain throw, or he can go into the weird crouch dash thingy, and also just out of his wave dash or crouch dash, he can do multi-throws. Now, the difference with Armor King is that Armor King can only do multi-throws after a crouch dash. So, Armor King does a crouch dash, and then you have 1+4 for the 1 break. So this is a 1 break, and then you have 2+3 for the 2 break. Nice. So the difference here, no, there is no difference. So King and Armor King both have this thing where you have a mix-up with 1 or with 2, and you can't really see the difference. So the animation is exactly the same for the 2 break as for the 1 break. So here he goes into chain grabs. And then he has a couple of options, and luckily there was someone who made this really nice chart just as with King's multi-throws. So yeah, I'll explain the chart to you, and then we'll see what his best options are and how to break those best options. So here you have the chart of Armor King's chain grabs, and the thing is, blue means you can break it with 1. It's here. Orange means you can break it with 2, and green means you should break it with 1+2. Now, here you have the command of the crouch dash into 1+4. As you can see, it's a 1 break, and the 2+3 command is a 2 break. You can also, if you're an Armor King player and you find it hard to do 1+4, you can also press the key charge button. So he does this, you go into Cobra Clutch, that's where he grabs your arms. And after the Cobra Clutch, where he takes your arm and grabs him behind you, well, there you can go into 3 things. And the first thing we see from this chart is that this thing only does 45 damage and ends here. So this thing is a 1 break. It's actually the spam option. So as you might remember from my King video, you have shortcuts to do Armor King and King's chain grabs where you can just press the key charge button. But if you press the key charge button 3 times, only this thing will come out and you will have 45 damage. Now what you also have is no Oki. So this thing actually has the worst Oki of all the chain grabs. So I'll show you this move. I'm just going to spam 1+4. Let's see if the screen comes out. Yes. And I'm going to spam, I'm going to spam key charge button, and you'll see this is the move, and bam, 0 Oki. He ends up in face down, face towards, but the thing is, let's see that again. Yeah, there's not really much you can do because he ends up really far from you and he can just stand up. So what we can see from this is that the 1 option is a bad option. So in conclusion, most Armor Kings are not going to do the 1 option, and even if it does the 1 option, it's still just 45 damage. It's actually not that much more than Shining Wizard, 40 damage. So yeah, only 5 more, and you need to be lucky that you didn't break the throw. So then why wouldn't he do just Tombstone Pile Driver or something else, because this does way more damage. So he's probably not going to do the Flying Half Nelson, right? So let's scratch that. So then he can go into the neck drop or the sleeper. So this is a 2 break or a 1+2 break. So what you know is you're not going to match 1 when he chain grabs you, but you're going to match 2 or 1+2. Now another thing that is pretty remarkable and good to know is that there is actually another command to go into the neck drop, which is hold 2 and then spam 1. So this is an easy command. This one is also not that hard because you do 1+2 and then just 2 times the key charge button. But yeah, maybe I think this is even easier. So he's going into the 1+2 or the 2 break, and now we're looking at what actually does the most damage. Because if you look at this does 55, 58, 60 and 63. So this side does more damage, but yeah, it's not significantly more damage, right? It's just how much? 55 or 63? Yeah, it's 8 damage. But maybe these ones have better Oki and he can deal more damage here. So maybe these are better than these. Now the thing is, these two actually are better because they get a free down 3. So they do even more damage. So what you get with the free down 3 is that this one does 69 damage. And this one with the free down 3 does 72 2 damage. So if we're just looking at damage, then you're going for the 1+2 break. So let's have a look in Tekken. So this move is down 3, and down 3 is actually pretty hard to hit after the chain throw, but it is possible. So let's try it this time. And we do the chain throw here, and then we go for the down 3, but you have to time it right. And if you hit him and he's standing with his back to you, then you did it well. If you did it wrong, then he had time to turn around. But this is actually pretty hard to time. But as you can see, this was 72 damage. This is the most damage he can do. Now, the other thing about this throw is that you end up straight next to him in this kind of sideways position. And as you can see here, see, straight next to him, and he has a pretty good chance to hop kick you. So let's say I'm just holding back here, as a lot of people would do. So you'll hold back, it's to the left this time, and then bam, you get hop kicked. So that's not really what you want to be doing. You want to lay down if he hop kicks, but what he can do then is, as you might know, King and Armor King have ground throw. So with down back 2+4 or down back 1+3, he can do a ground throw, and let's just set him to stay down. Then we'll see that down back 1+3 gives you this, but as you might know and might not know, is that his other ground throw, the 2+3, which is a 2 break, just throws him back. And if he does that against the wall, then you can get a free back 1-2. But if he does that in the open, then you get nothing. So let's try to do a jab here, and you'll see, just grab him, and nothing happens. So is it actually good to ground throw? Because if you're just rolling and you're pressing 1, then you're countering this thing, right? If you're pressing 1, so he can actually do nothing to you, you might think. But now you see he's laying with your back to you, with your feet towards, and now we're going to do the 2 throw, and then you see he grabs you, and his back is towards you. So with the feet towards you, you're going to pick him up, and he's going to be with his back at you. And what you can do then is do a forward 2-1, and this thing is free. So what does this have to do with the Oki of the chain grab? Well, the Oki of the chain grab will give you, you will see he will side roll, and then we will just get him in the back and get a forward 2-1. So this means that even after the chain grab for the ground throws, you have a 50-50. So if he stays down, you hop kick. If he does wake up kick, you hop kick. Or if he does anything else, you hop kick. But if he stays on the ground, or if he tries to side roll, you can go for a 50-50 with your ground throws. You can also go for a down 3, but that is less damage. So that is the most dangerous throw, I think, and if we look at where it came from, it was a 1+2 break first, and then you do a 2 break. So if the other guy does this to you, and I 2 break here, then we see we can break this, and now stop key charging me, and now the other thing, so he throws me down, I start pressing 2, and we throw him off us. And look at the Oki here, so yeah, you get pretty good Oki, you can hop kick yourself just to deal with that. So putting this in the chart, we get the free down 3, or we get hop kick Oki and a 50-50 ground throw. So hop kick or 50-50 ground throw. Yes. So this is a really dangerous option, but he also has the choke sleeper, and the choke sleeper also has great Oki. It also gets a free down 3, but yeah, he doesn't get the hop kick Oki. So he can do a few things, but the Oki is a bit less good. So if we look at the choke sleeper here, you'll see he'll choke you, bam, bam, bam. And for Oki, you will just lay here next to him, but he doesn't get the hop kick, but he can still do the 50-50 of the ground throw, and he has other Oki options. So this is also a dangerous one, but a bit less dangerous than the other one. So if I were you, I would go for 1+2 and then 2. So if we write this down, here you get Oki or the ground throw 50-50. Like that. The other option he has is to go into the sleeper. So you gotta see whether if you do the 1+2 break and it doesn't break, then you know he's going into the sleeper, or he threw you far away with the flying Nelson. But then, yeah, you're out of the throw, so that doesn't matter. And now with the sleeper, you also see that you have 50-50 here, and you have 50-50. You have 55 here and 58. So here you gotta know what you want to do, what you want to press, so we'll look at that first. So first we'll have a look at the difference in animation. So if for the 1+2 break, you'll see here he throws you over his back. Now the difference between that and the sleeper is the fact that he's going to just jump on his back and take you with him. Now let's go for triple trouble, which is the 1 break, which is the easiest move to do. And that is with a wave dash, and then do this, and then you just mash 1+4. Let's do that again because that didn't work. Okay. And then we match this, and here you see the Oki situation where he lays next to you and you can still do Oki, still do stuff. So first let's see whether we can do the ground throw, because that is actually pretty important for our Oki game. So we do this, and then we start mashing, and then try the 2 ground throw, and we get him in the back, and we get a free forward 2 plus forward 2. So yeah, this is pretty good. We also get the 50-50 Oki mix-up. We don't get the hop kick Oki, but we get good Oki. Yeah, there are a few setups you can do here, so yeah, let's check that online. No, you gotta check that online, because I don't play Armor King that much, so I don't know these Oki options. But yeah, it's dangerous and it's a pretty good throw. So if we write this down in our chart, we have triple trouble with the 1 break, you get Oki, and you get a 50-50 ground throw. Oh, that's nicely written. Yeah. So this is pretty good. This is kind of the same as choke sleeper here. So it's pretty good damage, but yeah, you'll still want to go for the 1+2. So he goes for the 1+2, and then you have the mix-up. Now for the human necktie, which is a 2 break, I'll show you what you can do. So we go into the sleeper, then we go human necktie with the shortcuts, and now we check whether the ground throw actually works. And you'll see we'll grab him and we'll push him in front of us with his face to us. So this means that the ground throw doesn't work, which means that in this option you actually have no 50-50. So if he ground throws you here, you press 1. So good players will actually just stay down, take it down 3, or yeah, I don't know, this thing. But yeah, have a chance to take that. But if they go for a ground throw, you know that you gotta press 1 here. So let's look at the animation again of this thing. So it doesn't grab your, he grabs your back, but he breaks your ankle. So to finish this, we put this in the chart. You get Oki, but you get no 50-50 ground throw. So yeah, that is really important. This thing is actually not that good. If people know how to deal with this, so I can put it in orange and we scratch it like this. So what I think people will try is go for the 1+2 break if they're smart Armor King players. So they go for the 1+2, and yeah, this is pretty good, and then they probably go for 3 compound. So what you should do is you try to break 1+2 and then probably go for the 2 break. If you didn't break with 1+2, then he goes for the sleeper, and then I think he'll go for the 1 break, because this thing is easy to push in. So you get Cobra Clutch, then you press 3+4, and then you just keep spamming the key charge button. So this is good to break. And this thing actually doesn't give you an Oki mix-up in ground throws. So this thing has better Oki. So please let me know whether you think this is right or this is wrong, whether you know big setups that would change this completely. But I think this kind of like concludes it, and this is the way you should look at it. And yeah, just don't get 72 damage because of Armor King anymore, but just try to make it 20 or a bit more. So you actually know what to do. Just don't be spamming 1, because 1, I know that is the thing you do when you get thrown. You're just pressing 1, but the fact is you're not going to break most things here. So that is pretty dangerous.